board, you should have no expectation of privacy as far as your patient records are concerned. Hello, this is State Representative Bill Zedler, and I wanted to share with you something in which a doctor came to my office about a year and a half ago. And this doctor was from North Fort Worth, came to me and said that he had just had a nurse investigator for the Texas Medical Board come into his office with 3 other people. The nurse investigator lays down her card and she says, "We're with the Texas Medical Board." And then she presents the doctor with an administrative subpoena, not signed by a judge, but rather signed by the executive director of the medical board. This administrative subpoena was for a little over a dozen patient records. The nurse for the doctor goes and retrieves the patient records, put them in the back room where all 4 people start going through the patient records. 2 hours later, an attorney for the doctor got there. And he said, "I want to see everybody's IDs." And at that point, they realized that 2 of the people there were DEA agents. Now, at that point, the attorney for the doctor said, "This meeting's is over," and he retrieved the patient files and put them back into the patient records and put them back in the files. 2 weeks later, an attorney for the DEA goes to court and tries to get access to the same patient records. And when the magistrate said, "What's the purpose of this?" the attorney for the DEA said, "For possible criminal prosecution of the doctor and some of the patients." Now, a few weeks later after this doctor came to me, the executive director of the medical board came before the committee I was sitting on, the public health committee, and said, and when I started getting into it about this particular issue, the executive director of the medical board admitted that they do this 20 to 40 times a year, and she had no problem with it. She did not believe it violated the 4th Amendment to the Constitution. Now, it just so happened that last October, another situation like this occurred down in Victoria, and a district judge was looking at this, and here's what the judge's response was. He said he believed that the Texas Medical Board has acted in bad faith in an attempt to circumvent both the U.S. and the state constitution. In another legal proceeding in which the executive director was being deposed, she said she believed that the Texas Medical Board is exempt from the 4th Amendment. Now, my friends, I believe this is wrong. And I believe there are several things that we can do about it. First and foremost, we need to call your state representative and call your state senator and ask them to support legislation that will require that a warrant be subpoenaed before anybody gains access to your patient records without your expressed written permission. The second thing you can do is that you can contact them and ask them to sunset the medical board. If we sunset the medical board, we can reestablish the board with leadership that will believe in the rule of law and will believe in due process. And finally, that we can put in policies and procedures in place that will do the same thing. Now, if you want more information about this, you can contact me, Bill Zedler, at billzedler.org, my house office at Bill Zedler, or you can contact Fairness 4 Docs. That's Fairness, the number 4, docs.com. Thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful day.